Today we will be looking at reasoning about triangle and quadrilateral properties. So before we start, we need to look at a few definitions. So a midpoint is the point on a line segment that divides the line into two equal parts. So on this diagram here, you can see that M is the midpoint of line AB because it's the point on the line segment that divides the line in two equal parts. Likewise, N is the midpoint of line AC because you can see it's the halfway point. It divides into two equal parts. The second definition we need to learn is midsegment. So midsegment is the line segment joining the two midpoints of two adjacent sides. So MN is a midsegment because it's a line segment joining two midpoints, M and N. The final term we need to learn is conjecture. So that's a guess or a prediction made on limited evidence, so kind of like a hypothesis. We are now going to investigate the properties of various shapes according to what we just learned, so midpoints and midsegments. And to do this, we're going to actually be using conjectures in the investigation. I now want you to work on your own or with a partner to do the following investigations. They will help you learn about the various properties associated with midpoints and midsegments. After completing investigation 1, there are two properties that you should have learned about the midsegments of triangles. So firstly, you should have realized that the midsegment of a triangle is always going to be parallel to that third side. So whatever side you didn't use in the generation of the midsegment. Secondly, you should realize that the midsegment is always half the length of that third side. After completing investigation number 2, you should have observed that the shape that always forms when connecting the midpoints and midsegments of a quadrilateral is always going to be a parallelogram. And that concludes our lesson on reasoning of triangles and quadrilaterals.